Duskwood clutches her umbrella as a fresh breeze carries the scent of the dead on the air. Standing atop this great big radio tower, she can see two others, not that far from where she is. Just on the other side of a dino zoo lays another, and with the sun getting lower, if she wishes to see more, she'll need to be fast, allowing her telekinesis to carry her feet onwards. Dusk will go. Kia ora, Legionnaires, Rycon here, and welcome back to Cataclysm Dark Days Ahead. No hope. Well, first of all, before we get moving today, I did want to talk about the map briefly. I have turned on toggle highlighted map reveals now, and I've had a really good search on the map, like a really good search, to see if we could figure out what we actually revealed on the map a while ago when we used that visitor pass. Unfortunately, I haven't been able to figure out where or what that might be, so that is still a mystery, but I would hope that we'll be able to see something going forwards. There may be a very specific set of words that they use that makes it easier to find, like for example reveal, or let's just search for visitor, because that's one other thing that we haven't searched for. No results, that's fine. And so right now we're in this position here on this radio station tower. There is another just up here by this cratered abandoned storefront, and I'd like to try and see if we can make it there before sunset. Elliot is now safely waiting for us in the lab, a lab of which we may want to do a final sweep of before we actually make our way back home. We'll do so by traveling back down to this subway line here. Or maybe we won't actually, because we'll have to go the entire way around. But we'll be doing a sweep there regardless. So, to get things started, we first of all need to go and use momentum alteration. This is concentration, which means that it's just going to stay up at the moment. We could also have a look at improving our strength, which would give us a higher carrying capacity. And also, if we do end up getting grabbed at all, it would give us a higher chance to try and break that grab. So let's go and enhance our strength as well. And so we're going to be feeling pretty good after all of that. 37 strength, let's go catch our breath back. But because we're concentrating on this for a while, it will be burning calories after a time. We already have some friends down here, which I'm not surprised to see, but we're going to try and be as quick as we can, making our way over here, jumping over the fence, and then trying to get on over towards this thing, pretty much along the straightest path possible. I'm tempted to go close towards the dino zoo just to see what's going on there, but we'll see. The light is starting to die, so we really don't have much to go with right now, and oh boy, that's a string of dead bodies if I've ever seen one. There may very well be dinos still around, but actually no, it looks like it's ants that's done this. And we can see that sun is getting lower and lower every second that passes. So we can't dawdle. We've just got to keep moving as quickly as we can to hopefully be able to make the most of that dying light. If we can get up there, we may yet be able to catch sight of the area. You need to go. We're going to mind hammer this flesh raptor as it gets in close towards us, and what even is that? A wretched hatchery, lethargically resting on its back, this hideous mass of sagging flesh and writhing organs, which used to be a child, twitches feebly as its midsection churns, almost bursting from its skin. This is a lot. This is a lot. It's a hell of a sight, and I almost feel like seeing something like this should be a debuff. Oh, and we just lost our strength. Yeah, well, we're going to have to deal with that, aren't we? Yeah. Oh, and we might have to try and deal with that. That is a skeletal theropod juggernaut. What does that mean? This hideous colossus of plated bones and misshapen flesh drags its heavy, pointed limbs behind it. Already strong and dangerous, bones grew around it to form and protect it. Only they kept growing. The shape and twisted pointed teeth suggest some kind of predatory dinosaur, but we can't even tell what kind it is. And it's seen us. It's seen us, but thankfully it is slow, and we should be able to use this house to our advantage. It's not going to be able to make its way through there without completely just tearing everything apart. We're going to open up that window. We're climbing out. We can see a slime. Let's just get situated here. We still got a ways to go. I really don't know if we're going to be able to make it there before the light is entirely gone, but we will try. Oh, and we have a feral elf that is chasing us down. So we're going to try and, as best we can, stay away from it. We are just going to force shove it back towards a tree here. There we go, off into the distance. It's still alive, but we should be able to get further away. We're actually going to start sprinting just a little bit here, but we're going to be doing that in small amounts. Not too far to go now. If we can kind of go between these two buildings, I think I'd be happy with that, if possible. Let's just move, watch out for that grabber there, get a little bit more distance, and here we go. This is what I was looking for. A gap for us to be able to get between. That's the radio tower there. Let's start that climb as fast as possible. Dusk making her way up towards the top, and we're there. But do we have enough light to see by? I think we do. Yes, more of the lake is visible to us, and there is nothing out there. No structures floating on its surface. But we can see a little bit more of East Hartford over here to the west, which is funny because Hartford is over here. Look, this is the mega city. They're going to reuse names. And it looks like it's just pretty much all residential over this side here near Harwich. And again, I'm looking at this area here. I'm trying to see if there's anything that jumps out at us. A river cave entrance, that does jump out at me a little bit. It is just from Cataclysm though. So we're not going to expect anything too strange or magical there. We have a swamp shack over this way. It's kind of the same deal. But yeah, looking at everything else that is here, doesn't look good. Oh well, I mean it looks good. There's lots of stuff. But there's nothing too special or unique that's jumping out at me right this second. Other than the Dino Zoo, of course. I do like that there's an art gallery right on the lakeside here. Oh, and there is a library. There's 3 libraries. Okay. Well, I know that we are struggling on carrying capacity at the moment, but I don't think we can pass up 3 libraries. We would no doubt be able to find a book on mechanics in amongst all of that. I gotta hope so, because that's a lot. Now, we could just wait a little bit longer for the sun to set, but I think we can roll with what we've got. We should be pretty fast right now because of our momentum alteration. It's not foggy currently for a change. Wild, I know. So let's try and make the most of it. And if things get too wildly close to us, we'll do something about that. We're going to try and stay away from that big grouping over there though. We'll just climb over this fence. And as soon as the sun is set properly, we can go and retract our umbrella and we can go and put that back into our pack. There we go. Our hands are now free. And we're seeing shockers ahead of us. A regenerating zombie. Okay, so we want to try and pick our path carefully here. Looks like they're fighting something. There is a headless horror that is there as well. They might just be grouping up around here. Strangely enough, it's saying none next to their names, which is peculiar because other creatures weren't saying that, so I'm wondering what's going on with that. Oh no, we have a non-acidic zombie here as well. And this tough zombie, it's just a regular tough zombie. Okay, this is fine. The acidic zombie is not fine. Let's shove that away from us, get out of that acid, and just start to try and make our way across the street here. We have a light breeze. Oh, we do actually have fog, so we're going to be losing more sight in just a little bit here, but we're quiet. Dusk is quiet, and we're going to try and use that to get to this library without being noticed, and oh boy, it's been burnt down, but there's still a chance that we can find something in amongst all of the stuff that's here, and there's a lot of stuff, just piles and piles of books here, just so many, too many almost. So I'm going to sort through. I'm pretty sure these are all going to be fictional books, like the entire way along here. Yeah, that seems to be the case. But hopefully, some actual books have managed to survive. And we can see that we have actually read most of the ones that are here at the moment. Just oh so many fictional books again. I'm pretty sure this side here is all fiction, so I'm going to try and just stick up the top for now. Alright, the rest of them are all ruined there, so onwards Dusk. More fiction. Just, yeah, so many. Which, I mean, makes sense. Most libraries are fictional books. Lots of ruined ones. Same deal here. And yeah, okay. This library, unfortunately, is a bust, so we're going to mark that as explored. We can see into the back rooms, though, and I'm kind of half tempted to see if there might be something back here. I mean, most of them are just all completely ruined. We have to remember that a war happened here before the Cataclysm took place. Something that Dusk, I think, has been able to kind of piece together from the little bits of information that she's gathered while she's been here. And now, okay, now we're getting close to the next library, and we have a zombie dog. None. So let's just back away from you, make sure that we get safe mode turned off. We are trying to avoid combat where we can. Let's send that Barghest away into the night. We are being seen by many more at the moment, which is unfortunate, but I think we may need to try and fight it. Let's lash out towards it. We miss, unfortunately. Now, I do just want to check and make sure. Okay, we're on force unarmed at the moment. If we go to Tai Chi, if we wait for a second, we get a palm strike. We stabbed it with our horns and we managed to knock it back there, which is very useful. Same deal again. If we wait in between there, we seem to get these palm strikes where we can knock them back. Super, super useful. So I'm going to be trying to implement that a lot more going forwards. And wow, that's... Now, all of these fictional books, they can still be really useful because they make you happy because it gives you something to do, something to read. We haven't really had a problem with our kind of motivation and our morale in general lately, so I'm not that concerned yet. But down the line, you probably want to have a few fictional books around that you might be able to read. Yet again, this is another library just full of not useful things. Actually, you know what? Mechanical Mastery, that's still green at the moment. Or rather blue, sorry. It means that we can learn from it. So that might be a book that we had read in the past, but that we just left accidentally. So we should be grabbing that, definitely. Let's take one copy of that. I really would like to try and see if we have that digitized, because I'm just intrigued if, we had access to one earlier and we lost it. Engineering 301, that's going to help us with fabrication. And, okay. Advanced electronics. We'll be taking you, thank you. Into the backpack you go. And over here, Bon Appetit, which we've already got. Hello, Barghest. Okay, so let's just take a step back. I'm just going to wait for a second. Strike it again. Excellent. There we go, Dusk. Okay, no other books we want there. Let's go check out this section next. Nothing. Okay, whole load of nothing up that way. Now, I don't actually have to get right up against them. We can also just hit Shift V, and that'll show us everything that we can see around us. The only reason I don't do this too often is because it can just get a little overwhelming sometimes, because there's just so much to see. Okay, looks like there's an actual good book here. New functional training for sports something. It could be like sports therapists or just for sports in general. Yeah, okay, we'll take that. There we go. And we've got bathrooms back here. We do. Okay. So we're just going to try and weave around the rubble here. Check the books. They're all fictional. Okay. Mark that as explored. We have one more library to check out. So let's not go through the ledge there. I guess we'll, I don't really want to break the glass, but also, okay, it's just a zombie dog. Let's just slam it against the wall, head out the front door, close it behind us, and make our way down towards this next library. What's between us and it? A dive shop. I mean, with everything that's out here, there could be some useful things in there potentially. But then again, with how looted things are, I don't think there's going to be much in here. There isn't really. The wetsuits probably have a fair amount of warmth to them, but also are a little bit encumbering at the same time. We've got Advanced Emergency Care down there as a book. We'll just go out the back here. Hello, zombie. Strike you. Okay, that was good. We had a bit of a 1-2 there as well. Yeah, these palm strikes are really nice. I'm definitely going to be working with them a little bit more often now. Decayed zombie, strike at you. There we go. So it was just a really good combo there. We had fangs, we had stabs from our horns, and then we palm striked it afterwards. So 3 different attacks all going off at once. All we need is quite possibly the largest error string I have ever seen. Let's just ignore that for now. No, what we need is for Dusk's tail to grow a little bit longer so that we then have a tail weapon as well. Okay, all just fiction down this way. Okay, advanced electronics. We just picked that up. More ruined books. More books that we've got. Yeah, okay, that's that there. Checking the back room, climbing over the rubble. Books that we've already got. Okay, so we're just going to take a second here in this kind of very grimy bathroom to digitize what we have found so far. So let's use our e-ink tablet PC. We're going to store books. Actually, let's go for SD card apps first, because yeah, we did actually have some cards there that we needed to use. And then we will store books, and we're going to go for all of these here. It's going to take us 1 hour and 6 minutes for us to do that. I'm okay with that. I would be, except for the fact that we fell asleep briefly. Not for too long though, so that's good. I hope we did still manage to get some of that digitized. Let's see if we can continue on with that. Oh, just advanced electronics to go. Excellent. Okay, So now we can go and drop all those books that we just picked up and those cards as well. All right, now let's just have a look at our calories. Nearly 10,000. So I feel like that's enough. I feel like we're pretty good on the calorie front, or at least we bloody should be. Our calcium's a little low. Our iron is super high. We do actually have some calcium tablets, so we'll take some of those. Cool, that bumped us up to nearly 100%. I gotta feel like that is close enough. Clambering back over the rubble, we're going to mark this as explored, and I think now we are going to start to try and make our way back towards where Elliot is. I am still very ambivalent about the Dino Zoo. I don't know what, if anything, we'll be able to really gain from there unless there's a lot of cattle fodder. We may be able to tame some of the living dinosaurs that are still there, but I gotta think, judging by what we saw outside, that there's probably going to be quite a few in there that are no longer living. Okay, oh boy. Alright, we've got a few around here. We just got hit by something, probably the lashing zombie, if I had to take a wild guess. Do we need to fight them all here? Probably not. Should we? Probably not. But hey, it's a little bit of experience. But that's a skeletal brute, and that's more than I want to fight right this second, so we're going to go and try and find another way out of here. Moving over towards the window here, we're going to smash that. Dusk just using the metallic plates on her arm. Oh, and I'm pretty sure I've just seen another library, potentially. No, I think my map's lying to me. That's fine. It was the mini-map I was looking at. Oh, there's a dinosaur exhibit over there. Oh, there is a... It's so easy to get distracted in a megacity. There is a boxing gym over here, like right on the lake's edge. If we could find a manual for boxing, like specifically using our hands, I think we'd still be able to make use of our claws. It's not that far. It's not that far. Yeah, okay. Acidic zombie, let's knock it back, knock it down. Dusk, let's get safe mode on as we start to make our way into the dark. We're going to try and stay on this side of the road. We've got the lake just above us. Oh, and the footpath ends here, so we're going to have to walk along the road. It's America. What's new? What was this, actually? It was a cube van. A very wrecked cube van at that. Are we sure this isn't a library up here? No, it is a landfill. Okay, that's why it's marked as an L on the minimap. I see, I understand. We hear metal screeching to the southeast. Okay, I think we should be approaching the landfill now. Yeah, that looks like that's probably it. Pile of trashy rubble. No doubt there could be some interesting things in the landfill if we were willing to kind of dig through them. Yeah, I'm not so willing at this stage. Ooh, okay, we got a zombie cop making its way towards us. We've got a good opportunity to kind of do these waiting palm strikes. And yeah, Dusk is deadly with that right now. And we can see the boxing gym here. Let's slip inside, see what we can find. We can find a few things. A Batwing zombie, first of all, and then a thorny shambler that we're probably just going to slam it against the wall, really. Because if we try and close distance, it would just fire things at us, and we don't want that right now. We've got a few different vending machines here, so we could probably get a snack if we really wanted to. And we've got a very interestingly shaped boxing ring. Okay, I did see a book when looking through the window here, so I've got to hope that this office has something for us. Boxing monthly. I don't think it can teach us a skill so much. It gets your unarmed combat skill up to 1, so yeah, that ain't gonna help. We do have some adhesive bandages over here though. Let's just go and take that one out of there, and we may want to try and put that on right away. Actually, our other bandages are holding up. That's fine. We don't need anything else right this second. Ooh, there is an upstairs. That's positive, and we may be able to find something down here. Look at that. We managed to break the grab there, take it down really quickly. I mean, I'm starting to like this martial art more and more. Ooh, and this is a really nice find. We'll take both of those, and we'll keep on moving down here. Just some regular jeans. Nothing else in the lockers. Okay, and in here, just a regular loo. Heading up top, what have we got? Was someone living up here? Quite possibly. We've got a locked door here. Check behind that in just a little bit. Plastic bags and a blanket. Okay, not much else. Okay, we can open that up from here, and that just leads out onto the rooftop. I will have a little bit of a look around because there could be something hidden up here. I mean, a twig ain't much. It's a bird's nest if I had to take a wild guess. We may have some clean water in that tank, so I will check that out. Oh, and just some little brown chicks. Hi there. And of course, a solar panel. That is useful. But we can find them on top of other places. Okay, this one is empty. Right, that's not a problem. Close the door up just in case anyone ever does find this place again. Be nice to leave some places still intact, you know? And we'll go and mark that as explored now as well. So from this point, I think we're just going to start heading back towards where Elliot is. I'm just trying to see if there's anything along the way that we may want to try and investigate. I mean, 2 bookstores, the possibility is there that we could have some good stuff. Recycling centers can have some things as well. Right now, we're not looking for anything directly from those. So I think I will try and make our way down towards those 2 bookshops and then back towards the lab. So back out into the night we go. We won't have our safe mode on just yet because that shocker is pretty close to us at the moment. And, well, we should be able to hear if anything is super close by. Oh, okay, SWAT zombie was following us there briefly, but we've got enough speed that we're able to get away. And okay, that was interesting. The whole area there just illuminated for a second. I don't know how we saw that. There's an incandescent husk up towards the northeast currently. Pupating zombie was unaffected by the EMP blast. So there could have been some headlights on somewhere, which, briefly illuminated the area. Okay, let's get away from this. Just a little bit of a run here, just dodging and weaving. We've got a gasoline zombie that's right next to a gasoline pump. That is a recipe for disaster. So let's get away from that as fast as we can. Okay, we are quite close to the bookstores now though, so that's good. Dusk, this little solo journey has been going pretty good for you so far. Let's get ready. Take the acidic zombie down. Just a penny in its wallet. And the bookstore should be right here. Okay, that's what we're looking at. So let's make our way inside and start to search. A mystery novel. Well, okay. And it might just be fictional books. Well, or nothing. Just absolutely nothing. I can't imagine there's going to be anything super wild down the back here, but I mean, we can look. Unfortunately not though. Okay. Alright, let's go past the recycling center and check out that second bookstore. Okay, this should be it just down here. Front door is locked, so we'll have a little look around. Okay, let's just pry it. Go for the back one first. Got some Necco wafers in here. We'll snack on those, why not? And inside we go. Wow, not a single book, huh? Oh, but 1 book. Engineering 301, which we already have access to. Okay, at least we know not to worry about those. From this point, I really don't think that there is much else that's of interest. So it's probably just going to be a straight shot back towards the lab. And we'll probably take this street here. So let's just head south around this thing, turn safe mode on so we can move a little bit faster. Okay, acidic ant. As long as we stay away from them, we shouldn't have too much trouble. That tough zombie should have trouble keeping up with us as well. There we go. We got ourselves on the road. We hear a terrible shriek to the east. Okay, it's probably a zombie shrieker being boiled in acid. They are fighting a large amount of acidic ants right now, and I'd rather not get stuck in a pool of acid if possible. So Dusk is just going to continue to move through all of that mess, leaving the fighting behind. She continues on into the dark. Okay, and we're immediately in acid. So I think the ants can see pretty well at the moment. We've spotted some ladybugs that have just started tracking our location, and they're pretty fast as well, skittering along the asphalt behind Dusk. We've got a giant aphid here as well, and just honeydew everywhere, which I think the aphid has been creating as it's been consuming things around here. We've got some more light here as well, which leads me to believe that, it was just us. It was us earlier on seeing things. Okay, and we're probably not going to kill you here, but we just want to throw you away from us. We do not want to be fighting, thank you. We'll move past those bodies. Okay, and just try and ignore everything else. The lab is right around the corner now. Okay, it's just through here. Not bloody bad, Dusk. Yeah, I mean, all things considered, I feel like we navigated through everything pretty good there. So, heading back into this place, we'll just shut things up so that it can stay a little intact. Elliot, good to see you, my brother. So, let's tell you to follow, and I do just want to have a little check-in on him and see if he's doing okay. His torso is currently itchy, okay, but beyond that, everything else is looking pretty good for him. Good for you, Elliot, good for you. So with that being the case, I do think I want to have one last little sweep of the lab, just because I think there could be some things that we need there specifically for mutagen. I know we have a lot of mutagen, but it's going to be good to know exactly what we need. So chemical making 3, separation 1, and analysis. I'm trying to recall if we have the analysis and the separation. We definitely have chemical making in the form of the chemistry kits. So I think we may need to pop down there to just have a look at those things. And Elliot, I know I told you to follow us, but maybe you just guard here for now. Okay, it just scared the crap out of me. The second that I told him to guard, a feral human is here. You know what we're going to do? Dusk just reaches out her hand and pulls the feral towards her. Stepping forwards, she strikes at them once, twice, biting down into them, piercing them with her horns and then slashing them apart with her claws. Elliot, you are safe, brother. Do not worry. But yeah, ferals can open doors, so they're gonna do that. You're okay though, brother. You're okay. Well, I mean, he can handle himself. If anything comes through that door, he will tear them to pieces. But now, Dusk heads back down into the lab, and I'm just gonna grab what I think we need, and then we're gonna have to head back into the subway. So, here's what I'm going to do. You can see that I've created a massive zone across the entire lab space. I'm now going to create a custom zone, and it's going to be for specific qualities. So one quality that we're going to have is analysis. So we're just going to write that for now, and it should be able to pick up enough of what we're trying to do. So that's that. Then we're going to add another custom point, again, quality, and then just sep for separation. And we'll place that there. So that should be working. And now if we start to sort, we'll see how that goes. Oh, okay. And there was a monster in the way there briefly, and I think we might have gotten damaged by something. Let's see if we can continue it on. Oh, okay. There is a Gallimimus that is trying to damage us, which we don't want to have that happen. So let's try and see if we can take a few good strikes at it there. Okay, it is actually shocking us still. So we're not immune to getting shocked. We just take less damage. We were stabbing it, we were nicking it. We're still not doing a huge amount of damage to it though. So let's go throw that back against the wall there, end that, and we should be able to continue sorting. Oh, another Gallimimus. Okay, off with you, and let's make sure that we actually finish you here. Good. Okay. Now, I'm gonna go see if that worked. Oh, I mean, I am seeing some things there. 2 laboratory analysis kits. So, what are you gonna do for us? Analysis. Okay, great. So we still don't have anything that does separation yet. So let's just have a look again at making mutagen. Yeah, so a tool with separation of 1 or more. We might not have encountered anything that has separation. I feel like we did. Regardless, I do think that the analysis tool is going to be something that we are going to have to try and grab. So that's probably going to be something that we have to just wield for now. Or can we fit it into our pack? Oh, it looks like we can. Well then, let's go and place it in there. We place it into our rucksack. So the only other thing that I could think of would be something like a separation funnel, because I do believe that that's an item in the game. I mean, we can't make one, so I can't be 100% sure that there is a separation funnel, but it sounds right. We will just try funnel, just in case, and I'll try once again. Okay, let's go back and see if we got lucky. Yes, it looks like yes. It's just a regular funnel. Okay, well, we know at least that there is no separation funnel here. So, okay, well, it's nearly midnight at the moment. We're in minimal pain, which we're going to take some aspirin for. Let's just take 3 of those for now. And we are going to be going back up the top, talking to Elliot. And we are going to have to try and find our way back down into the subway and then back to our home. It is a heck of a journey, as you know, but it's one that I think we should hopefully be able to make without too much trouble. That being said, having Elliot with us, anything can happen, because it's oh so much harder for us to run when Elliot is close by. And I'm half tempted to ask him to fight more, but I guess we'll see. Well, we've got a biter to deal with right off the bat. It was already injured though, so we had that going for us. So let's just try and pick out a good path from here. It's pretty much straight across the street from this house, so we shouldn't have too much trouble. Let's actually go through the house if we can, just because that'll make it a little bit easier for us to move stealthily. Yeah, you know that you're not going to be seen by things, but generally there can be things in those houses, so you still need to be cautious. Lots of slime and sludge across the road here. Zombie soldier, let's go and knock you back. We did a palm strike to it, but we didn't do any damage. The second time we did, and I'm just waiting in between turns here so that we can get that palm strike. And hey, an MRE. We will go and take your choc pud. Dusk always has room for pud. We'll take that fried rice MRE there, and the maple sausage entree. Very good. Okay, Elliot staying ever close by. Let's just go and smash this meat cocoon to pieces. We don't want that turning into whatever it wants to. And the subway is here. A relatively easy walk to it, I say as we wait patiently for Elliot. Yep, no, so far so good. Down below we go, and we'll be heading back down into the depths. Yay! We're here again. So, from here, we're going to be going all the way down towards this station, out towards the west, and then all the way down to the southwest here, where we're going to pop back up and then just head back across land towards the farm. An odyssey, a journey, not an easy one at that, but one that I hope we should be able to do without too many terrible things coming for us. We are going to have to just wait for Elliot a few times, or alternatively, what we could try and do here is actually control Elliot. That may make the long distance travel that much easier for us. I mean, for one, we will be able to see that much farther. Dusk is eating her smoked meat right now, so we're just going to wait until Dusk is done. Okay, we've already seen a troglodyte. Okay, is Dusk going to just keep on eating? Let's just see. Is she still eating? Performing a task. Okay. Well, Elliot, how about we go and help out your sister here, stabbing that troglodyte to death? Good on ya. And we'll just wait until Dusk is done with her tasks, whatever those tasks may be. We'll just wait 5 minutes here. Okay, it seems like she is done. Dusk was also healing Elliot. That is very kind of you. We do need to be wary of Elliot because he is going to be more than a little injured. So, hold still. I'm coming to help you. Okay, so she's still trying to heal us. Okay, alright, let's just wait a while. Give Dusk 5 minutes. Completes the task. Okay, are you done? I think so, seemingly. So we are going to try and see if we can do a auto travel down to this point here. We see a colossal slug though. Yeah, let's stop moving. Okay, so that we are going to want to be much more cautious with. It moves in very slow, sluggish movements, if you will. But yeah, we're okay. Be alert, something is coming up. Oh, we know Dusk. There is always something. It seems like they like to try and stay in the center, step into the acid splatter. Why would you not just go around it? I feel like that's a solid option. Either way, I'm going to keep this up. If anything interesting happens along the way, I'll be sure to let you know. Well, that's a little interesting, I suppose. This necro boomer is awfully close and has just boomed, but didn't actually hit us with much, and there wasn't much around it to bring back, so all is well. Oh boy. Okay, so we may have a little bit of slug action here, or maybe not, actually. We just kind of managed to move around it. Dusk, wow, it would be so helpful if maybe Elliot did that from time to time, huh? Yeah, and I think Dusk is going to be able to handle this just fine as well. She's managed to down the troglodyte. Yeah, she's doing some pretty serious shoots. What are you shooting it with? Dusk wood shoots the feral troglodyte. She's wielding a bayonet currently. Okay. Oh, you know what? She might have been mind hammering it. I don't know if they can use spells like that. Interesting. Well, that's fun. Just a nest of spiders, giant cellar spiders, have decided to start to try and attack us here. Dusk is doing work. Elliot is trying to as well, staying close to his sister. They seem to be fleeing. Okay, yeah, let them flee. We didn't get poisoned there, did we? No, we're looking okay. Except for that one that wants to try and follow. Alright, there we go. Dusk scared it off. Oh boy, and that is a big old sludge crawler that we're going to leave well enough alone. I gotta say, it's a little easier navigating with Elliot, his sight being as good as it is, and also just not having to wait for him to catch up. That does make quite a difference. And we're nearly already there. We can still see those lingering clouds, those hazy clouds that are around here. And with that, Dusk, let's take control of you once again, and we will be most certainly putting that bayonet away. I don't know why you'd want to have it out. Your claws are going to be much better. Okay, and let's get back up towards the surface. So, I can't remember just how bad things were in Columbia Falls, but we're going to try to stick to the areas that we know, the rivers and the lakes that we are used to. Okay, and apparently deal with some feral elves. stepping into position here. Dusk waits. The elf was hard to hit, but when we hit it, oh boy, did we hit it. The elf is down. It doesn't really have anything that we want from it. So let's start to make our way around here. Oh yeah, that's right. This place was a fun time, and that is a survivor zombie that we're going to try and slam into the wall here. Dusk bouncing it off the wall. It comes towards her. She bounces it back time and time again, and it doesn't have anything that we want. And that is a boomer glutton. So let's just head back this way instead. Elliot? Or not. Because that would just be too easy, wouldn't it? Actually, you know what? We don't need this thing to die. If we launch it from this position here, we should be good to continue moving. We've got a poisoned feral raven folk here we've managed to strike down. We will try and... no, we won't. Let's just keep moving. We'll check the body and then hope that Elliot... God, Elliot would! Okay, we're going to have to boom this thing. Reaching out, Dusk slams it. It's not enough. We'll do it again. Oh, it's right by us. Yup, stop targeting. And we've lost our powers? No, there's something else close by. Well, covered in bile, Dusk loses sight, loses perspective of where Elliot is. In the moment, it sounds like he's attacking close by. Okay, he's here. He is here. That dull sense of loss is not good, and you know what? We may be able to clean our eyes. We should have some saline. Saline eye drops. There we go. Oh boy. And that is a Zaptor. Cool. And that, of course, is the zombie null that is getting rid of our powers. Okay, so the Galvag armor may not actually be on us right now, so this thing needs to die as quickly as possible. Dusk taking it down. We can see a little bit better now, and we can see that there are so many things around us. Oh joy. We still have no powers yet. Okay, dull sense of loss still. Let's just stand our ground here, striking out at the dead as they come closer towards us. Take down that feral. Hope that wherever the hell Elliot is, he's okay. He wasn't even here to take down that kid for us. Here he is. Okay, and we have to remember that Elliot is most certainly still hurt. We're still feeling that dull sense of loss. So I think that there is still a zombie null around here somewhere that is just trailing us. Oh, great. Oh, brother. That is a huge boomer. Let's go send that away. We've got our powers back. Okay, and, well, we're gonna have to kill that howling wave. Take down that shrieker. Oh boy. And now is where things get tricky. So we're going to do a wave of force here that is going to knock Elliot back as well. He is okay though. He didn't get bounced off any of the walls. We're going to devour here, which we are going to try and slap around a little bit using all of our martial might. We're being grabbed. Oh boy, Dusk. Okay, let's go for yet another wave of force here. Ignore it, cast it. There we go. Slamming it against the wall. Let's get out of that acid. It is still alive, but it is damaged. Come on. Okay, let's hold our ground here. Let's wait a second. We managed to break the grab. That's great. And let's just continue to pummel it. Okay, we are getting out of breath. Let's have a look at the body here, because it did say it was from Magicalism, but I don't see anything on it that is special. We may just want to take a step back inside for a moment here and just kind of take that deep breath and, you know, deal with a zapper if it gets too close to us. We're fine. We're totally fine. We're in distressing pain, which isn't great, so let's do something about that. Go for some codeine this time around, and we will still go for some aspirin. Okay, and we probably want to get up our electrical discharge. We don't want to be fighting, but if we do need to fight, we want to be ready. And we should probably eat something, because we just used some more calories, and it is considered a new day now. Although, what do we have to eat? Smoked meat, and more smoked meat. Okay, we're actually full, so we won't go any further than that. We're feeling sluggish as we make our way back outside. We're going to quickly check these bodies here, and then we're going to try and see if we can just weave our way back down through semi-known terrain. Okay, that should be the worst of them, because with how loud that big boomer was, anything that was in the area would have headed our way. So far, so good. Moving past the cool, still pond, Dusk and Elliot find themselves back out in the field. And with that, I think we should be able to be on our way back home. But again, because we're going to be traveling distance, we are going to be controlling Elliot here. And we'll just give Dusk a second here, because she is going to be patching herself up, and then no doubt patching Elliot up not long afterwards. Okay, we finished waiting. Dusk has finished her task. So we're going to start to make our way back towards home. Let's try something like... Okay, Really, you're gonna take us down the main street? We don't want that. Let's go to here instead, first of all. And yeah, this is so much easier. And so from here, yeah, it wants us to take the road no matter what, huh? So let's just try and see if we can kind of trick it. Yeah, get us into the woods. And of course, if we do run into anything while we're out here, we'll know about it. Looks like that's the next nearest point that we can go to. The forest is quiet, apart from what sounded like a rattlesnake, and we did actually lose Dusk at the end there. Ah, here she is. Okay, so she might have just... Oh, what are you up to? I think she's okay. Nope. Oh, eating smoked meat. Okay then. Gotta keep those calories up, Dusk. And it looks like we should be able to go pretty much the entire way back home, except that's quite close to the mass grave, so maybe we go a little bit more this way to begin with. Or yeah, that way, there. And we have spotted that zombie burner in the distance somewhere. Quite far away, it seems like. Oh, actually, no, just a little bit further to the south there. That is concerning how close that is now. I think we may want to try and deal with that with Dusk. So Dusk, let's get ready. We can see the thing in the night, which is great. So I want to try and see if we can reach out and mind hammer it. We need to get a little bit closer before we can do that though. So a mind hammer on the zombie burner. I don't know if it's going to explode. It may just do that. So that's why we're staying back a little bit here. Let's go for one more. Okay, not enough to do it, unfortunately. Okay, it is staggered though. Let's get a little bit more distance. It can't see us still. We want to get our stamina back before we try and do anything else. So let's just go over here for now. Wait a while. Ignore it. We've got our breath back. And we're ready to go in for another round. Mind hammer. Slam it. There we go. And it is dead. And okay. It's got grenades on it. Damn. And hot damn. An M97 flamethrower. It doesn't have a lot of napalm left in it, but boy howdy. Okay, let's see what we're going to be able to put into our pack there. The grenades we can grab, yep, certainly. And then of course we have the different MREs and whatnot. I think we'll probably just open up and just try and take what we can. Fruit jam, yes please. We'll take some of that 5.56. The rifle is pretty damaged. We may actually be able to take some modifications off of that though. So before we grab the flamethrower, I'll see if we can modify that. The grenades though, we definitely want to grab. Okay, got the grenades in our rucksack. So let's go and wield that rifle, activate it, and try and detach gun mods. Oh, it's just the up receiver and the 2-point sling. So the 2-point sling we can attach pretty much freaking anywhere. And they're very easy for us to make, so we're not going to worry about that. We will be wielding that flamethrower though, because that is a very, very good tool for us to have. Yeah, if we're ever dealing with a fungal infestation of any kind, that is going to be a godsend. Okay, Elliot, stay with us. We can see the greenhouse and we can see home, just as we left it. And it is so good to be back after being away for as long as we were. I am going to go and remove that there. We're going to haul that away, closing things up, and let's just drop that flamethrower down for now. There's a lot of things here that we need to sort out. There's a lot of things in Dusk's inventory that need to be put away. But I hope with the book that we've got now that we're going to be able to research our mechanics, get that up higher, and finally get a car working. We've got enough food to be able to work on things for a little while now. And that is exactly what I intend to do. Quite an odyssey these two have been on so far, but they're getting better and better at working together. But as we know, Elliot, the Wendigo Wood, has really been on his best behavior for the longest time. And with how active Dusk has been today, she's most certainly going to need to take a long rest. And in that time, Elliot plans, Elliot plots to travel to the south, to a bunker underground, where his latest victims are waiting. But that, Legionnaires, is all in the next. For now, I would like to ask you all, if you enjoyed today's episode, please consider leaving a comment or a like to let me know if you enjoyed the show. As for now, I have been Rycon. You have all been awesome. And until next time, stay tuned.